All right, we're coming for the afternoon chores. Just got done with my office work. Chickies are sitting there waiting to go. Now, there they are. I brought water out this morning. I didn't need to fill up all the way, so I have another 3-gallon jug of water here in the Jeep. So that'll go into the water there. Fill this up with food, and the food down there. These chickies are ready to go. So I don't exactly know where the bottom of my tripod went. So as you can see here, this was 1 day ago, 2 days ago, but all the way down there where we first started, the grass is starting to come back nice and green and flush. And I did notice that the chicks were starting to, whenever I first put them out, refuse to sit underneath the PVC here. And so I also put a tarp out to keep them from getting sunburnt. I didn't think it was a thing, but I read up on it, and apparently chickens can get sunburnt. So I wanted to make sure that they were safe. So, gonna get the water. Right now, I have a couple bags of feed. It's not supposed to rain, so they're just sitting out. And yeah. And I don't know if it's conditioning or what, but there's still water in the bucket, but they still go crazy over it when I start putting water in. As you can see, they're crazy little things. Now I'm gonna get a couple scoops of feed here. Normally I'll move the feed closer, but since I'm filming it, I'm not going to. Just for efficiency's sake. The least amount of steps you have to make when you're doing something like this, the better off you're gonna be. It takes about 3 of these 4-quart scoops, full scoops, to fill up this container. There we go. Okay. So now, put this down. Watch them go crazy over this food. There's no chickens underneath it. As you can see there, they go pretty crazy. Their whole purpose in life is to eat. There you go. Got the ones drinking, and you got the ones eating. And then in about 5 minutes, they all settle down. And then there's a wise saying, I don't know who started it. I know Joel Salatin is big on it. Is for efficiency's sake, make sure you're loaded coming and going. And so like tonight, this evening, even though I only used one water, I'm gonna take that home. But for this other one I have in here, since it has been so dry, our two 50-gallon rain barrels over there with Bigfoot Bob, our two 50-gallon rain barrels are starting to, they're about halfway full, both of them. So I want to make sure that those stay with as much water as possible. And in order to water those plants over there, I'm going to actually transition this water into a watering can, and then we can water that as well. And then I can take both of those home and fill them up, and then be ready to go tomorrow. Actually, what I have to do tonight is get ready for some microgreens. I have to plant some microgreens. But yeah, I put this crate on just to hold down the top a little bit more, just in case something tries to come after the chickens. And then I'm gonna need to put a couple more staples. I see there's a couple of gaps going on now, so we'll get that taken care of too. But now I'm going to water the plants over there, not the trees, just our garden over there, tomatoes and peppers and such. And I'm going to take a look behind the shed there. We have elderberry patch that I started, so I'll see how those are looking to see if they need to be watered as well. Why walk when you can drive? I told my wife I can see why people invest in a side-by-side or four-wheeler or something like that, because just the going back and forth from the chicken tractor down to here takes some time. There's our water barrels, and like I said, they're starting to get a little light, so I want to make sure that they stay ready to go in case we really need them. Yeah, they're about halfway full. Beautiful evening, but I keep a 2-gallon watering pail out here so that we can get to it fairly easy. There's our elderberry patch right there. And then here is our salsa slash tomato slash pepper garden. Right here, tomatillos, different peppers. It's still early in the season for those. Onions, and then that's our ragtag bunch of all the leftovers that I had extra seedlings that I just planted. But I've noticed that with these tomatoes, I didn't stake them, and they're starting to climb by themselves. So that's been interesting to me, because I've always heard you had to stake them up. I have these trellises now so that as they get bigger than full of tomatoes, they won't fall over, but we'll be ready to go. And look, first tomatillo flower.